We've got a nice autumn morning. It's a good day to try out Stabicraft's brand new 2050 Frontier. This is a whole new model for Stabicraft, one they haven't done for quite a few years now. A lot of innovations. Really looking forward to finding out all about it. Dead low tide at the moment. We're just going to ease our way out of the estuary here at Stillwater. We're going to come back with a bit more water later in the day. We're just off the northern end of Tirri at the moment, just getting a little bit of relief from the nor'easter. But there's quite a lot of birds working up and down the coastline here, so yeah, we might just have a bit of a flick and see what happens. Nice step up. Pretty substantial railings here as well. I notice everything is powder coated. Everything that's not welded to the boat is powder coated, which is really quite a nice look. It's a sort of a gunmetal grey. I also noticed that this the centre console, the screen, which is glass by the way, it folds down, so that will make it much easier to garage this boat. It's a bit like everywhere you look, there's something to take note of. There are so many little features and clever sort of innovations on this boat, but we'll discover them one by one. I think my fish have gone away again. I did get a bite. So these side pockets are really large and substantial lids on them. I wonder if they're long enough to get my... Oh, look at that. Goes in. And it's all padded in here as well, so it's quite nice. It's great. We've got one each side. Well, we've got 3 positions. It's quite useful. That looks like in a bolster if you're standing up to drive. That's quite a neat thing. Or back if you just want to sit. I guess we've got some storage under here. Okay, that's a useful area. Guessing on the other side as well. Another locker here. Full of bits and bobs at the moment, but good space. A really nice solid lid. It's not sort of nothing flimsy about this boat. Nicely protected. Twin battery system. Accessible but out of the weather and off the floor. Live well, all plumbed in. and a little window so you can see how your boats are getting on. And this is some sort of a hard plastic, yeah, hard plastic compound. All drains out to the rear. No lip on the front, which is good if you're going to use this board for filleting. And of course you've got more rod storage across the back, a couple of cup holders, etc. In fact, you're pretty well served with rod holders on this boat. Got quite a few, 6 altogether as far as I can see, through gunnel rod holders, and plenty of cup sinker holders as well. We've got good quality cleats, all of them nicely monogrammed with the Stabicraft logo. We've also got them amidships, which is handy if you want to have a spring line. So this is either a seat or a step, which makes it easier to get onto the rear platform, or to disembark or come aboard. Same on both sides. And this will be familiar to anybody who's ever owned a Stabicraft, but these ladders are really practical and very strong and sturdy. Never going to have any issues with that. Deck wash there. Tucked away neatly in the side pocket. This is quite clever how this works. Rather nicely sort of cantilevered out it comes. A pretty good sized console for a centre console boat. Just as the seat is easily wide enough for 2, and I'm not quite sure how they've managed this, but they've really got plenty of internal beam in this boat. I think it's a bit wider than the older model used to be, and you benefit with easier walk around the console, good wide seat obviously, and plenty of real estate on your console. We've got a nice big Garmin MFD here, you know, double rows of switches, everything falls easily to hand, and there's plenty of space. So this platform on the bow is huge, of course. I mean, you could easily fish 3 or 4 anglers up here, and the great thing about a boat like this is it's got the stability to do that safely enough. But underneath here, of course, the space isn't wasted. There's actually a huge amount of storage space underneath the platform. You can see how everything's been properly reinforced. You're not going to have the sheet metal warping or buckling when you walk on it. So a really useful space under there. Any water that gets in there just drains out and drains off down through over the deck. Having a look here again, you're really well set up with storage. Pretty much every little nook and cranny has been utilised. There's provision here for a seat, for a bow seat. If you like to fish from the bow and you'd like to sit, you can place a bow seat there. Got another large locker up here. There's a tackle box in there at the moment. Everything on little rams, so it stays put. It's not going to fall down on you. Nice, really fuss-free, easy to use, totally remotely controlled drum winch. So another couple of rod holders here at the front, someone fishing at the front if you just want to place a rod while you're re-rigging or something like that. No, it's impressive. This is probably one of the better bow platforms I've come across. It is simply vast. And of course, like all, or just about the whole Stabicraft range now, there's provision for an electric trolling motor on the bow, a bow motor. This has the platform here ready to take it, and all the wiring's already built in, so it's just a matter of hooking it up. I'll be surprised if it fits actually. But it does fit. Well, that's impressive because that's an 8 foot plus rod, that one. This Stabicraft's equipped with a 200 horsepower Suzuki. Now the very first thing you notice straight away is just how quiet this motor is. It's remarkably quiet at idle, but it's also really quiet when you're underway. The other thing I've noticed is that you know, this is right at the top end of the horsepower range for this model, but it's a really punchy motor, and it means the performance is really quite exhilarating. Gets along very nicely indeed. It's a bit lumpy today. I haven't sort of gone flat out, but we still saw 37 knots, which isn't bad going in the conditions. And I must say the boat feels really stable, and it's handling conditions very, very well. We've got a little bit of a rough ride home once we get out of the lee of the island where we're sitting at the moment, but I'm sure that this boat will just lap it up. So I'm pretty impressed with the way the boat turns as well. You can really throw it into a turn at pretty much any speed you like with full confidence. It just tracks exactly where you point it. Yeah, there's no porpoising. There's no point where you feel uneasy or unhappy with the way that this boat handles. It feels really secure on the water. The helm position is pretty good. The seat back is comfortable, and we've got a comfortable seat here as well, which is great when it's a bit rough. But I think any time the sea really gets up, you're more likely to be standing to drive, and the seat is well positioned for that as well. So yeah, the ergonomics are really pretty good. I also like the controls for the Suzuki here. It's really nice, all digital, very, very easy to use. There's no clunking, no banging. You're not having to put any effort into putting it into gear or anything like that. You know, typical electronic controls. But I haven't spent that much time with Suzukis. I've been very impressed with the whole setup. So we really enjoyed our morning with the Stabicraft 2050 Frontier. It's an open boat. Unlike many others, it's got so much space in there you just won't believe it. The casting platform's fantastic. There's lots and lots of internal beam, which again was a nice, pleasant surprise. And a 200 horsepower Suzuki really moves the boat along. This is a really welcome addition to Stabicraft's lineup. John Eccleston from Boating New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more of these videos, please subscribe to our channel.